Rhona Goskirk is left emotionally torn after her former partner, Graham Foster, made a shocking return to the village earlier this year. Back in January, during the ITV soap crossover, viewers saw Graham reappear in dramatic fashion. The character, who was believed to have died in 2020, was suddenly revealed to be alive, leaving audiences stunned. In a recent episode that aired on Sunday due to schedule changes earlier in the week, Rhona is forced to choose between Graham and her husband, Marlon Dingle. During the episode, Marlon becomes suspicious when Rhona lies about a house call. He follows her to Home Farm, where she is helping an injured Graham after he was attacked. The unexpected closeness between Rhona and Graham almost leads to a kiss, a moment that Marlon secretly witnesses, leaving him heartbroken. Spoilers for the following week reveal that a struggling Marlon later confronts Rhona, asking if she still has feelings for Graham. Her emotional reaction only deepens his fears. As she tries to explain herself, the question remains whether she will break his heart. At the same time, Graham waits outside the pub for Rhona, where she is faced with a life-changing decision. The next day, Graham causes further confusion when he misinterprets a conversation with Marlon, leaving both him and Paddy Dingle shocked before driving away. Graham first arrived in the village in 2017 as a close associate and guardian figure to Joe Tate. In 2018, he played a key role in helping fake Joe's death, forcing him into hiding. Initially, it seemed that Cain Dingle was responsible after a confrontation led to Joe being knocked unconscious. However, it was later revealed that Graham had secretly helped Joe escape and live abroad, using funds connected to Kim Tate. After Joe's departure, Graham became closely involved with Kim and remained one of her strongest allies when she returned to the village. The two also shared an on-and-off relationship over the years. In 2020, viewers believed Graham had been killed, bringing his story to a tragic end. At the time, he had recently begun a relationship with Rhona, while her dangerous ex-husband had just been released from prison. However, it was eventually revealed that Graham had survived and had been living in hiding for several years before making his dramatic comeback. Now firmly back in the village, his presence has turned Rhona's life upside down once again. The big question remains, who will Rhona choose, Graham or Marlon? New Emmerdale spoiler clips tease a shocking and violent turn of events, with tragedy striking and an ambulance rushing to the scene. Rhona Goskirk is finally pushed to make a life-changing decision between her husband Marlon Dingle and her former partner, Graham Foster. Although she turns to Vanessa Woodfield for guidance, the choice ultimately rests on her shoulders and what she truly wants for her future. At the same time, Jacob Gallagher continues to suffer under the harsh treatment of Dr. Caitlin Todd, whose bullying behaviour only grows worse. However, things take a turn when Kerry Wyatt overhears one of Todd's angry outbursts and immediately steps in, making it clear she won't tolerate the way Jacob is being treated. As tensions rise, multiple storylines collide in dramatic fashion. Jacob, Kerry, and Graham all leave in their cars, each overwhelmed with emotion. Meanwhile, Cain Dingle stands in the middle of the road, speaking lovingly to Moira, completely unaware of the danger heading straight toward him. In a horrifying moment, a speeding car crashes into Cain, leaving him seriously injured and lying helpless on the ground. Moments later, a terrified Kyle Winchester discovers him unconscious and quickly calls for emergency help, fearing the worst as he tells the operator that his father might be dying. The big question remains, who was driving the car, and will Cain survive this devastating? Elsewhere, Jacob's situation at work continues to worsen. While he has tried to keep the bullying to himself, Kerry refuses to stay silent after witnessing how badly he is treated. Determined to stand up for him, she directly confronts Dr. Todd, leading to a tense showdown between the two. But could Kerry's make things even worse for Jacob's future, or will it finally force Todd to change her behaviour? Emmerdale has revealed that 3 key suspects could be responsible for the shocking hit-and-run involving Cain Dingle. The ITV soap recently introduced a dramatic storyline in which Cain is struck by a speeding car while walking along a country road, leaving him fighting for his life. According to insiders, he is left disoriented before being discovered by his son, Kyle Winchester. As the episodes unfold during the week beginning the 6th of April, both viewers and the village residents are left questioning who could be behind the attack. Early preview clips have now pointed to 3 possible suspects: Kerry Wyatt, Jacob Gallagher, and Graham Foster. Although none of them appear to have a clear motive at first, each character is dealing with intense personal struggles that could hint at a deeper twist. Kerry is currently seeking a divorce from Eric Pollard while continuing her relationship with Jai Sharma. Meanwhile, Jacob is under growing pressure at the hospital due to the harsh treatment from his boss, Dr. Todd. At the same time, Graham is focused on causing trouble for Kim Tate. In the teaser footage, all 3 characters are shown looking tense and unsettled following a mysterious event. However, it remains unclear whether their anxiety is linked to their own situations, or if one of them is actually responsible for hitting Cain. Another preview clip shows the aftermath of the incident, as Kyle finds Cain lying injured at the roadside. Panicking, he immediately calls for an ambulance, fearing that his father may not survive. At the moment of Cain is on the phone with his wife, Moira. An insider revealed that everything changes in an instant, as 1 second he is talking to her, and the next he is knocked down and left critically injured. With Cain already facing multiple challenges, this only adds to the growing tension surrounding his future. But for now, the priority is clear: he urgently needs medical help. Emmerdale delivered a gripping cliffhanger, hinting at a major breakthrough that could finally help clear Moira. The episode ended with Paddy and Marlon Dingle discovering a key at Ray Walters and Celia Daniels' farm. Assuming it was meaningless, they left it behind and drove off without a second thought. However, viewers were then shown a nearby storage unit with a number matching the keyring, revealing that the pair had unknowingly found something incredibly important, something that could potentially prove Moira's innocence. The episode mainly focused on Paddy, who was overwhelmed with fear about his upcoming court case. After admitting his role in Ray's death, he worried about losing everything if he ends up in prison. Marlon tried to comfort him, first by distracting him with a game, but the two soon found a more intense way to release their emotions by destroying parts of Celia's old farm. After letting off steam, Paddy admitted the chaos actually made him feel better. This encouraged Marlon to open up about his own struggles, including his fear of losing Rhona to Graham due to their growing closeness. The two shared an emotional moment, reminding each other that it's okay to talk openly and support one another through tough times. As they prepared to leave, Marlon noticed a key and briefly questioned its importance, but Paddy dismissed it as just another random item among the clutter. Even when Marlon pointed out the label on the keyring, Paddy joked about it, not realizing how significant it actually was. In the final scene, the truth was revealed to viewers. The storage unit linked to the key contains crucial evidence that could completely clear Moira of the charges against her. Now the question is whether anyone will realize the importance of that key in time, or if Moira's chance at freedom has already slipped away. Emmerdale is shown on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.